Happy Hump Day. We got a full 15 game slate and a Dinger Tuesday winner. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and it was a 1-2 day yesterday, unfortunately. We had 4 bets, but one of them got taken over by a colony of bees. We'll talk about that in a little bit, so that was a voided bet. But 1-2 still on a 12-5 run in the last 17. We will take that. We'll go over the bets recap here in a second. Just a reminder that you can get winners from all over this video because yesterday my 3 pitcher K props or matchups, they all went under, including Jack Flaherty ending with 14 strikeouts. So just want to point that out. If you are new to watching this video, this is not just about best bets. This is about all the info you are going to get leading up to those bets as well. So quick reminder, as before we announce that Dinger Tuesday winner, the NBA best bets video is out now. Go check it out. I got 2 bets for the 2-game slate. All right. You may already know who won it. The Dinger Tuesday winner today is at Girl Dad Sports 23. Congratulations. Great name, by the way. Love that. He picks Connor Joe. That's right. Connor Cotton Eye Joe plus 600 for the win. We had a tie going into that before we saw it for Josh Naylor at plus 500, but Connor Joe gets it done in his first at bat tonight. Congratulations. Reach out to me if you can on Discord or Twitter or somewhere else, or I'll try to reach out to you also to get the winnings. But thank you guys all. Actually, real quick before I finish this, technically Gabriel Moreno has a chance to tie, but he only has probably one more at bat. We're recording this in like the 7th inning. That game started so late with those bees. Anyways, if he hits a home run and ties, obviously, then we'll do a showdown and we'll update you guys. But just want to point that out. So anyways, we have a full 15 game slate like I talked about. So let's get right into it. And of course, that means the baseball fun fact today. It's short, it's simple. In 2008, CC Sabathia, the big lefty, he led both the American League and the National League in shutouts. Both leagues obviously traded. That's absolutely insane to me. To lead both leagues in shutouts is wild. So anyways, that's the fun fact. In this video, we're going to recap yesterday, and then we're going to go over the good hitter matchups, and it's Wednesday. So if you follow us, you know every single Wednesday we also do Who's on Fire in the last 7 days, and then good pitcher strikeout matchups as all 3 hit yesterday. And then we have the pitcher report, then the best bets, and we wrap it all up with the bets recap. So hit that like button, leave a comment below, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. On our way to our first 24,000 subscribers, it is fun every single day to talk baseball with you guys. I appreciate the support, and let's get into it. It starts with the recap. All right, here is the recap. It was a 1-2 day. Again, as you can see on the bottom, Jordan Montgomery, the bees attacked. I have never seen that before. The game got delayed like I think almost 2 hours because there was a group of bees on the netting in the backstop of this game, and it took them a long time. I didn't watch it, obviously. I have more important things to do than follow a bee hunt, but they had to go to Plan B. That was so funny. So Jordan Montgomery got scratched, and they went to another pitcher. That bet is voided. So that's what we got for that one. But Alec Baum, Ryan Jeffers got the job done. Alec Baum, again, in his first at-bat, got a couple hits yet again. He's just absolutely on fire, and that's an understatement. Ryan Jeffers didn't get it done until his third at-bat. Then he ropes a double. Gotta love it. Ronaldo Lopez, he got 15 outs. I needed 17. He just had too many long at-bats against the Mariners. A lot of 3-1 counts, 3-2 counts. I had a 4th inning that just really raised that pitch count, and I knew it was just kind of done after that one. So unfortunately, that was a loss. This one sucks on number 3 because I had the Phillies and Guardians, and then I changed the Phillies to the Yankees. And I should never do that. It was going to be Phillies team total over 2.5, and then I, some reason, thought they could crush Dean Kramer, went with the Yankees instead, and that's how close we were to that win. But Guardians got it done in the first inning. Yankees got 2 runs all game. I needed 3. They could not score 3 runs. They blew chances. It was just ugly. But anyways, that's the recap. 1-2 day, not too bad of a loss. But there's the recap, down 3 units now on the season as we try to work back to even now. Still 12-5 run. Let's see if we can stay hot. And that's the bets recap. Now let's move to the good hitter matchups. All right, we got 10 good hitter matchups for you today, starting with Mr. Jose Ramirez, by far with the most at bats. How about 12 for 36, 6 extra base hits, and 3 bombs versus the future Hall of Famer in Justin Verlander. That is not too shabby. We got some high numbers here. 5 for 15 for Correa, Corey Seager, Josh Bell, 6 for 13 versus Dakota Hudson, and then Andrew McCutchen. Now, we know, obviously, is more in his prime in his younger years, but 6 for 11 with 3 extra base hits versus Stripling is not too shabby. And then Jose Altuve, 5 for 9, and 4 of those 5 hits are extra base hits, with 2 of them being home runs against Tristan McKenzie. So those are the rest of the ones. And by the way, on the very end, Byron Buxton, how about 6 for 8? That's not a bad percentage. 5 extra base hits and 2 home runs versus Chris Flexen. Absolutely just crushes him. So those are the hitter matchups for May 1st. And now let's talk who's on fire. All right, here is page 1 of Who's on Fire. If you are new to the channel, we do this every Wednesday to give you even more research help. You have to have a minimum of 20 at-bats and hit 340 or higher to make this list. If you see something in green, that is the leader in the clubhouse. So we got Anthony Rizzo hitting the most home runs. How about that? 3 home runs the last 7 days. Juan Soto tied at 3 bombs. And speaking of bombs, even though I was corrected and his name is pronounced Bohm, which thank you for that correction, but Bohm is unbelievable. 560 average. Unbelievable. 10 RBIs. I just don't even know what to say, guys. That's like little league numbers. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's video game numbers, whatever you want to call it. But then we still got Mookie Betts hitting 500, Devers 478. The stars are out, and then all the rest of the guys as well. I mean, there are some hot hitters right now, including a guy not being talked about, Willie Castro for the Twins, hitting 444. So that's page 1. Take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you get some winners the rest of the week, because baseball is one of those sports where you want to ride some hot streaks. We've done it a lot before. We're doing it with Alec Boehm right now. We've done it with Marcell Ozuna. So maybe you guys can get some good ones. So anyways, here's page 2 now. And the top guy, our man, Ryan Jeffers, who just came through for us. He is hitting 391, 2 bombs. But other than that, there's no leaders here, but still some unbelievable hitters. How about Will Smith for the Dodgers, another Dodger player, hitting 500. Salvador Perez, this guy is just, I don't get it. I feel like he's played in the league for 28 years, and he's just still performs. He's just unbelievable. 429 average. Wilyer Abreu for the Red Sox, 409, right next to Tyler O'Neill, the ex-Mariner, 348. Trey Lipscomb, 391, so on and so on. So anyways, that is page 2. Hopefully you can get some winners. Take another screenshot, and that's what we have for the hitters on fire in the last 7 days. And now let's talk some arms. All right, we got 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups, and like I mentioned, all 3 yesterday went over. Let's see if they can stay hot. We first start with the lefty veteran, Chris Sale against the Mariners. Mariners 7th highest K percentage versus lefties this year. Sale 33 Ks and 31.2 innings, and he has been super consistent. He has exactly 6 or 7 Ks in every single start. And that's against some teams that strike out a lot, some teams that don't, like the Guardians still got 6 or 7. So Zach Wheeler versus the Angels. Angels 6th highest K percentage versus righties this year at about 25%. And Wheeler's been an absolute stud this year. 46 Ks in 37.1 innings. He has 8+ Ks in 4 of his last 5 starts. So those are the 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups. Now, before we get to those best bets, let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, here are the first 8 matchups for May 1st. Not a ton of great pitchers going today, but Zach Wheeler is a stud. 1.93 ERA, 2.22 expected ERA. And other than that, we got some struggling pitchers. Chris Bassett going up against Seth Lugo. Lugo's been decent this year. And then we got Mikolas versus Maeda to start it out. Just not been pretty. Maeda was good last start, but just not good numbers, as you can see right there. And then Chris Flexen's one of the worst pitchers, I think. He's been okay, as you can see his numbers, just passable. But other than that, those are all the numbers. If you're new to seeing this, we got hits per 9 innings. If you'd like to bet walks, there's the walk percentage for each pitcher, so on and so on. So that's page 1. Take a screenshot, and then let's go check out page 2. We have a few TBDs, obviously, which means there's no pitcher listed as of recording this video for the Marlins and the San Francisco Giants. But an interesting matchup in Baltimore. Luis Gil, I don't know how you pronounce it. I've heard it different ways, but he's got some nasty stuff. 32.4% K rate, but he literally cannot just keep it in the zone. 17.6% walk rate is absolutely atrocious. If he just keeps that down, I mean, he's hard to hit. He's a really good young pitcher. But then we got Imanaga for the Cubs. How about a 0.98 ERA so far against Buto for the Mets, who hasn't been that bad either as well. And then Cutter Crawford, if you've probably followed him, you're a Red Sox fan, you know he has been dynamite this year. 1.35 ERA with a low expected ERA. So, but yeah, those are the rest of the matchups down there in Arizona. We do this the night before. As you know, Jordan Montgomery got scratched because of that bee infestation in the net. It says right now Zach Gallen's going to pitch. I don't know if they're skipping Montgomery's start or if he's pushed back a couple days or maybe this changes. Just wanted to keep that in your old head there. And then Verlander, we all know what he can do. We'll see if he can still pitch well this year or not. But Tristan McKenzie has struggled for the Guardians a little bit. So those are all the matchups. That's all my rambling for baseball, pitchers, and everything else. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this segment of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. Click that link below in the description to go check it out. All right, I got two best bets and then a few leans after for right now. Again, the night before, not all the props are out, and I got to get a little bit of sleep. So, this first one, we are taking a trip down to Nerfy Town, baby. Give me the Nerfy and the Cubs and Mets at minus 125 on FanDuel. I'm taking a whole unit on it. Let's just do it. Enough for the half unit stuff on the Nerfy. Maybe they come through. But we got Buto versus Imanaga. Imanaga has been absolutely incredible this year. As you just saw in the pitcher report, he has an ERA of 0.98. He is 5-0 on Nerfies this season. The Mets have also not scored in the first inning in about 80% of their games. Buto on the other side, 2.86 ERA. He's looked pretty decent this year as well. And so far, he is 3-1 on the Nerfy. So combined, they are 8-1 to the Nerfy. Cubs have not been exactly lighting it up in the first inning either, scoring wise. They've been scoreless in 8 of their last 10 first innings. So good pitching, good starting pitcher matchups, not extremely good offenses. Cubs have been kind of spiraling a little bit lately. So give me the Nerfy at minus 125 as my first best bet. All right, before we get into our next best bet, we got to talk to you about this promotion. We've talked about it before. If you have not signed up yet and you're in an eligible state, you got to take advantage of it. You can have two promotions with Bet365. First bet safety net up to $1,000. All you got to do is place your first cash bet up to $1,000. If the bet loses, you will have that wager refunded in bonus bets. Or take the bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets. You place a $5 bet and get $150 in bonus bets no matter what happens with that bet. So those are two great promotions. And how do you get it? Go to the description below, find the link for Bet365, click on it, go sign up, and you can pick a promotion, get that bankroll going, and get off to a good start. So, of course, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back to the bets. All right, this second one is a hitter parlay. That's right. Give me Jose Altuve and Bobby Witt Jr. 1+ hit each at minus 115 on FanDuel. All right, Mr. Altuve. He is an awesome 5 for 9 with 2 home runs off Tristan McKenzie in his career, as you saw in the good hitter matchups. He is hitting 342 this season. He has 1+ hit in 8 of his last 10 games. We all know he's a good hitter. He hits leadoff for the Astros, so he could get 5 ABs because McKenzie could struggle in this one. I think the Astros can put up some runs. This is going to be McKenzie's only second road start of the season. In his only one, he was in Seattle, and he struggled, giving up 4 earned runs to the Mariners. So he doesn't miss a ton of bats anymore. He's below average strikeout guy. I think Altuve can just get 1 hit for us. Second one, Bobby Witt Jr., the man himself. He is a stud. He's hitting 306 this year. He has 1+ hit in 9 of his last 10 games. He's a guy who hits at the top of the order, obviously, as you guys know, hits second in the lineup, and he's facing Chris Bassett Hound. He gives up a lot of hits, guys. You saw in the pitcher report, 11.6 hits per 9 innings. He's in below average strike. Actually, he's about an average strikeout pitcher at this point in his career. And Bobby Witt is just the man. I mean, he's on a roll. He's having a good season. I expect him to get the bat on the ball and get 1 hit for us for the 10th time in his last 11 games. So give me 2 great hitters, Jose Altuve and Bobby Witt Jr. to get a hit each. And let's see if we can make it 3 wins in a row on the hitter parlays. And now let's talk a couple leans. I know you're going to want more bets, and those best bets will be out in the morning in the pinned comments on X and on Discord, but this is all we got for tonight. So first one, it's kind of either or. It's the Phillies minus a half a run in the first 5 innings, or you could just go Zach Wheeler to record the win if you want that one too. I think they're about minus 120 each. So Phillies obviously just the first 5 innings on this one. Huge starting pitcher advantage. Wheeler's the man. Patrick Sandoval. Wheeler hasn't given up a run in 3 of his 6 starts. And he has 16.1 scoreless innings. At least that's the last 2 starts. I don't know, 3 starts ago. Maybe he has a few more than that too. No Mike Trout for the Angels. Obviously going to be out for a big chunk of this year now. And Sandoval has struggled. And the Phillies bats are absolutely hot right now. So give me the better starting pitcher and the better lineup to be ahead after 5 innings. Or just Zach Wheeler to record a win. I mean, we all know why. It's just Zach Wheeler. We just talked about it. He's the better pitcher. And he's a guy who goes deep into games. So I think his outs recorded prop right now is 18.5, which is over 6 innings. That's pretty impressive. So I like both. You could flip a coin if you do want to go with one of these, but if you think the Phillies are going to dominate, these are two good options for you. And then the final one, it's not a bet on its own. It's just a parlay piece. Again, I'm just trying to give you as much as I can, but Zach Eflin under 1.5 walks. He has incredible control. You see his walk rate; it's in the 2, 3, 4% in the last few years. He only had like a few games all season last year where he walked more than 1.5 guys, which is two, by the way. His last game he walked two. That's right. And for a guy like this, you don't really see that, and you really don't see it back to back starts. He has just unbelievable control. So I think he can go under 1.5 walks. I think it's like minus 170, 180. So it's a parlay piece. So if you guys are looking for a parlay piece, that is an option to look at. So anyways, those are the two best bets. Those are the leans and all the research help for you on a Wednesday. Let's check out the recap. All right, there they are. The Nerfy between the Cubs and the Mets at minus 125, and then Jose Altuve and Bobby Witt Jr. 1+ hit each at minus 115. And then, of course, we will add plays in the morning. We got some day baseball, so we got to get your bets in early. Just a heads up, we got games starting pretty early in the day. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Just a reminder that NBA Best Bets video is out now. Go check it out. Let's enjoy some more sports. Hope everyone has a great hump day, and we'll talk to you soon.